Hi, everyone. It's Naomi. So happy to be with you today. I hope you're having an amazing day and that you're purposeful in all of the things. Today, I wanted to talk to you a bit about finishing strong. We have 60 days from the end of the year, and you know what that means? We have 60 days to take explosive action towards our end of year goals. Now, I don't know specifically what your goals are, but I do know that while listening to me today, you might resonate with the fact that end of years bring some contemplation and there might be some things that you promised yourself that you wanted to do. So, with today's podcast, I wanted to give you a few action steps to help you to finish your year strong. Now, I also wanted to recognize that you might feel like not doing what you promised yourself you would do, or perhaps you're feeling like there's no time to do anything about your goals. And I want to say that any action that you do take is progress. And although it isn't perfect, you are still moving in the direction of your goals. So I say, let's do it. Now, we don't have a lot of time before the end of the year. We're talking 60 days. So if you're listening to this and you feel like, yes, I need to get some things done before the end of the year, and I'm not playing around, I want to make some traction on those things, then my friend, get out a piece of paper, a pen or a pencil, and go through these tips with me. I want you to pause after each tip and take action on what I'm asking you to do so that you can leave this podcast and have a clear vision on the goals that you set. You can get after them. Now, let's do it. This is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited to start. My first tip for you is to get very clear on your goals. Get clear about what goals specifically are going to be actionable for you in the next 60 days. Now, this may mean when you look at your goals, there might be some that can't be completed by the end of the year. We have to be real about that. If goals aren't realistically going to happen and it is a big lift, then we should be okay to perhaps make that be a goal for the next year that is coming up. What we want to do is have goals that we can take decisive action on, and they can happen in this period. And maybe you have to push yourself a bit to make them happen, or maybe you'll have to get scrappy to make them happen, but it is possible. Those are the kind of goals that we are looking for during this time. So I want you to be clear about the goals that you would like to get done and make sure that the time frame is realistic for these goals. And I want you to write them down. Now, here's the thing. At first, we might feel overambition and write down everything that we would like to do by the end of the year. And as we start to move forward and tackle these goals, guess what? We run out of time because we attack every single goal with all these little steps and then none of them get done. So my advice is to go after the one big goal, that one big something that you know you can move the needle on, something that you're truly passionate about, something that's going to, in the long term, be your best bet. And if you only had two shots and you were looking at a target, or if you only had one or two arrows, had to shoot, what would be the goal that you would look at? That's what we're looking for. So again, be realistic. Write those goals down. My next tip for you is to break them down. Let's just break it on down. What this means is that every goal that you have can be broken down into smaller steps. This helps us to make smaller steps to complete a larger goal. And it helps you to not be overwhelmed by the task you have set up for yourself. And as you're listing your goals, make sure you identify if there's any potential obstacles that may come up or that you may have to conquer in order for you to complete those small steps that meet your goal. Because obstacles always come up, especially when we set intention on a thing. So it's important for you to write these down and develop some sort of a plan to work through those obstacles. Typically, when we find that there's any sort of resistance in our path, the most common response is to retreat and not move forward. So, a big thing to be able to face these obstacles is having a plan. That way, we are accounting for any potential obstacles that might occur. Now, also, this is an opportunity to see how you can leverage your strengths and leverage your resources in order for you to be able to complete your goal. You will have obstacles, but you also have strengths. You have resources also at your disposal so that you can make sure that you're putting those down as well. Okay, so now as a review, when you're breaking down your goal, we want to make sure we're identifying the smaller steps that we will have to make that goal. We're looking out for the potential obstacles that may stand in our way. And then we're also leveraging our strengths and our resources so that we're able to complete our goal on time. We are moving on to the third step. I really hope that this is helping you to develop your plan for the end of the year because I really want for you to win. I want for me to win. I want for us to leave this year feeling proud of that one thing. And this is your chance. All right, we're moving on to the third tip. The third tip is to establish a plan. Now, I know many of you that listen to me, you are in the event industry, you know how to establish a plan. This is a plan for you for your specific goals. So let's do it. This means establishing a timeline for when you are going to get your steps to the goals completed. So yes, overall, we have 60 days to take some action and complete our goal. But there are 24 hours in every day. There are 7 days in every week. And there are 30 to 31 days within a month. And you may get my point. It means that you have a lot of time, a lot of flexibility for when you're going to be completing these goals. So having an established plan means we're going to have a timeline for when we will do these things. Is it going to be an hour of every day? If so, which hour? If it's going to be once a week or an afternoon on a Saturday, write down what that would be. Establish what that plan is on when you're actually doing the work to complete your goal. What I like to do with this plan is then put it into my calendar, put the action time in my calendar so that I drop everything and work towards that goal. And once you do it, I just want to say, share and create accountability around this. If you have your leader that you trust that you would like to share your goal with, have your leader hold you accountable. Perhaps it might be a colleague or a business friend or a partner, whoever you want to identify to be someone who's holding you accountable. Make sure that you tell that person, be open, be transparent, say, hey, I really want to get this completed. I need someone to hold me accountable and have some check ins with that person too, so that they know how you're doing and they can champion you to complete your goal and move through your plan. Okay. Now, my final goal for you is to celebrate. I want you to celebrate your success. This is an exciting time, just kind of winding things down for the year, going into a new year where we kind of have a new canvas that we can paint. But this one's not complete, and you still have time in order to put your last bit of pizzazz on this year. So I want you to celebrate every single step towards going toward your goal. You are so courageous in attempting to do this, and you're going to get very far. You're going to make it, and you're going to have so much great progress towards your goal. And that means that every single milestone that you take along the way, every single hour that you work on this goal is something to be celebrated. And I want you to find a way for you to celebrate yourself and celebrate your actions towards moving to your goal and ultimately getting them complete. I am so very excited for you. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the last couple of months here. And I really want to hear about what your goals are. And even if it's in general, I want to know how you're doing along the way. So if you don't mind, go ahead and go to Instagram, send me a DM. Let me know how you're doing. What goals did you make for yourself? What are you looking to move towards in this last 60 days? I would love for you to do that. I want to be able to see how you're doing and champion you on. Now, this is how you finish strong. We're going to identify our goals. We're going to break them down so that they're easy to obtain. And we're going to see the roadmap of the goals that we set, establish a plan that has accountability, and we're going to have a time frame for when we'll be doing these goals and then celebrate and be excited about this thing that we're doing. This is going to be a strong wrap up to the end of the year. We're going to get scrappy. We're going to get excited. We're going to let people know what we're doing. It's going to be an amazing wrap up to the year. I am looking forward to this and looking forward to hearing about all of your successes along the way. That is all I have for the day. Onward and upward, my friends. Until next time, stay on purpose.